Okay, right. So our today's topic is the fruit. Topic is fruit. Okay, right. So first one. So here, after the fertilization in flowering plants from the ovary, the fruit will be produced. Okay, it is developed from the ovary after the fertilization. After the fertilization. Okay. What is meant by fruit? It is it is developed from the ovary after the fertilization. Okay. Right. Next. It is a characteristic feature of characteristic feature of flowering plant. Okay. So fruits are the characteristic features of the flowering plant. So next, you see here, for example, this is the gynecium, and these are the stamens, and this is corolla, and this one is calyx. Okay, right. So after the fertilization, what happens? You see here, I will show you here. So this is the ovary. So this ovary will modified into the fruit. Okay, inside this ovary, what are present? So here the seeds are sorry, the ovules are present. Okay, right now. So here after the fertilization, the ovules are modified into seeds. Okay, after the fertilization, the ovules are modified into the seeds. Okay, right. Next, you see here, for example, here it is the flower. Okay, fertilization हो गया है इधर. Okay, right. After the fertilization, what happened? The ovary is developed into the fruit. Okay, so here modified it is developed into. Okay, so after the fertilization, the ovary is developed into the fruit. Okay, right. So now you see here, for the formation of fruit will takes some time, that is some weeks to months. Okay, it will take how much time? Few weeks to few months for the formation of the fruit from the ovary. Okay, but here you have to remember one important fact. In the plant Lodicea, the name of the plant is Lodicea. In this plant, the ovary will take 10 years for the formation of the fruit. In Lodicea, how much time it will take place for the formation of fruit? How much time? It would be 10 years. Okay, right. So now, is it clear? Suraksha. Suraksha. Yes. Clear? Right. Okay. Right. Now, let us discuss about the classification. Classification of the fruits. Okay, so here, depending upon the formation of fruit or the floral parts, the fruits are of two types: false fruits and true fruits. Okay, false fruits and true fruits. Right. Now see, what are the false fruits? Okay, so in such cases, the fruit is formed from any part of the flower. Part of the flower along with ovary. Along with ovary. So such type of fruits are said to be the false fruits. What I am saying, actually fruit is nothing but it is produced from the ovary after the fertilization. That is the true fruit. But here what I am saying, this is the fruit which is formed from the any part of the flower along with the ovary. ओवरी के साथ और कुछ भी कौन सा भी एक फ्लोरल पार्ट भी इसमें शामिल होता है फ्रूट बनाने में. ठीक है, देखो एक बार फॉर एग्जांपल हियर इज द so here it is the ovary, these are androgen, and this one is corolla, and this one is the calyx, and this one is the thalamus. Okay, so for example, you take apple. Okay, in apple, what happened? So here, what is this? This is the thalamus. Okay, so this thalamus, yes. So this thalamus will grows and surrounds the ovary, a fleshy part which grows upon to the ovary and it surrounds it. ओके, समझ में आ गया? अब देखो मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, ये क्या है एक्चुअली, ये जो पार्ट है ये अंदर का वो, दिस इज द ट्रू फ्रूट. बट हियर along with the true fruit, what happened? The thalamus is also participate in the formation of fruit. Okay, it surrounds the true fruit. Okay, so such type of fruits are called as false fruit. Okay, so in apple what happened? The thalamus will take part in the formation of fruit. Okay, so in such cases, in apple, so here the edible part is the thalamus. Here the true fruit will not be edible. Only the false fruit. What is the false fruit? This is the thalamus. Okay, is it clear? Right. Once again, one more example is there. So you take cashew nut. Cashew nut. Okay. So in this one, you see, this is the edible part, and it is a modified pedicel. पेडिसिल का मतलब देखो, ये फ्लावर है तो ये होता है पेडिसिल. Okay, so this part is modified into a false fruit, and along with this is the true fruit. So here it is true fruit, and this is false. Okay, so this is pedicel. It is produced developed from the pedicel, and this one is developed from the ovary. Okay, example is cashew nut. Clear? Right. Next, second one is the true fruits. So, what are true fruits which are developed from the ovary after the fertilization? Okay, right. So here in true fruits, the fruit consists, for example, this is the fruit. Okay, so here the fruit consists two parts. How many parts? Two parts. So here, you see here. So this is the layer. Okay, or it is called as fruit wall. What is this? Fruit wall. Okay, it is called as the pericarp. The fruit wall is called as the pericarp, and inside this, these are nothing but the seeds. It means true fruit consists two parts: the fruit wall, that is pericarp, and the seed. Seeds are surrounded by the pericarp or the fruit wall. Okay, right now. So here the true fruits are of three types. How many types? Three types. So first one is simple fruits. Second one is aggregate fruits, and third one is composite fruits. How many types of true fruits are there? Three types. What are they? Simple fruits, aggregate fruits, and composite fruits. Okay. So now let us discuss. So in the last class we have discussed about the apocarpus and syncarpus. What is apocarpus? If the carpels are free without fusion, if they are free in a single flower, okay, is it clear? If the carpels are free without fusion in a single flower, such type of fruits are called as simple fruits. Okay, so it means sorry, syncarpus मतलब क्या है? Fusion of carpels will takes place. Okay, apocarpus means they are nothing but free carpels. Okay, so here this is syncarpus and this one is apocarpus. Okay, right. So syncarpus, single flower, single flower. So here apocarpus, single flower. So it means, you see here, I will show you in the diagram. So for example, you take, so this is the flower. Okay, now you see. So this is the syncarpus ovary. Okay, already the carpels are fused here. Okay, so from such type of ovary, if the fruits are developed, such type of fruits are called as simple fruits. Okay, right. Now you see aggregate. So here they are like this. So here the carpels are free without fusion. So such type of gynoecium is called as apocarpus gynoecium. Okay, if the apocarpus gynoecium from a single flower is modified into or developed into a fruit, then such type of fruits are called as aggregate fruits. Okay, for this the example is annona. Annona. What is that? Annona. Right. Next, what is composite fruit means? If entire inflorescence modified or developed into a fruit, then such type of fruits are called as composite fruits. Okay, is it clear? So the true fruits are of three types. What are they? First one is simple, aggregate, and composite. So here the simple fruits are developed from syncarpus flower. So the aggregate fruits are developed from apocarpus flower. The composite fruits are developed from entire inflorescence. Okay, right. Now, so next one, so we have to discuss about the simple fruits. Okay, right. So here, after the maturation, okay, after the maturation, what happened? Some fruits will consist a fleshy pericarp. Some fruits will the pericarp will be dry. Okay, it's the so based on the position or the composition or the so based on the pericarp. So here these simple fruits are modified into two types: fleshy fruits and dry fruits. Okay, so the fruits which consist the pericarp, which is fleshy in nature, then such type of fruits are called as fleshy fruits. If the pericarp is dry in nature, such fruits are called as dry fruits. Okay, so here simple fruits are of two types. What are they? Fleshy fruits and dry fruits. Okay, right. So first one is fleshy fruits. Okay, so here, so today we will discuss about the fleshy fruits. So here, you see here, I will show you the diagram. Actually, you take one fruit. This is the pericarp, and inside this, what are these? Seeds are present. Okay, so here our topic is fleshy fruits. It means the fruit wall should be fleshy in nature. Okay, right. So here, if the fruit wall is fleshy in nature like this, so then these type of fruits are called as fleshy fruits. Okay, so here this is the fruit wall. Fruit wall, or it is also called as the pericarp. Okay, right. So here in fleshy fruits, the pericarp consisting three layers. The pericarp is of three layers. So first one is the epicarp. Second one is the mesocarp, and third one is the endocarp. Okay, right. Use, I will show you the diagram. For example, it shows three layers. So this one is epicarp, and next layer is the mesocarp, and the third layer is the endocarp. So like this, three layers are present in the pericarp. The outermost layer is the epicarp, and the middle layer is mesocarp, and the inner layer is called as endocarp. Okay, is it clear? Right. So now we will discuss the types of fleshy fruits. So here there are five types of fleshy fruits are there. How many types? Five types. So it is most important. Just listen carefully. So first one is the berry. What is this? Berry. And second one is the pome. Third one is the pepo. Fourth one is hesperidium. Hesperidium. And the fifth one is drupe. Okay, these are the five types of fleshy fruits. Okay, clear? Right. So now, first one, what is that? The berry. Okay, right. You see here. So it is developed from by are multicarpellary, syncarpous ovary. What is that? Syncarpous and inferior ovary. Okay, so this is the key point you have to remember. What is that? Berry is the fruit which is developed from by or multicarpellary syncarpous inferior ovary. Okay, so now you see. So means multicarpellary means the fruit consists so many chambers. Right. Next, syncarpous, matlab already they are gets fused. And next, inferior ovary, superior ovary बोले तो क्या है? You see, G के if you put the line under the G, it is superior ovary. If you put the line above the G, it is inferior ovary. If we put the line like this, it is called as half superior or half inferior ovary. Okay, so here in berry, the type of ovary is by or multicarpellary syncarpous inferior ovary. मतलब जी के ऊपर लाइन लगा सकते हैं, ठीक है? Right. So here the three layers are epicarpus, epicarp, second one is mesocarp, and third one is endocarp. Right. So here the first one is epicarp. It is a single thin layer. Okay. So for example, for this the main example is tomato. Okay. How it will? I will show you. So this is the tomato fruit. Okay. So the epicarp is nothing but the outermost layer. Okay. After the ripening of this fruit, the layer we can easily remove. Okay. So that is the epicarp. Okay. So here in this berry, the mesocarp and endocarp, they are fused to form a pulp. Okay, inside this, what is present? So this is the area. So it is the pulp. So somewhat smooth and spongy in nature. Okay, right. So next, here the seeds are present in the edge of this. What is this? Pulp. So this is the fruit. What is that? Berry. Okay. So here the important points are berry is produced from the bi or multicarpellary syncarpous inferior ovary, and here in berry the epicarp is a thin layer, and the meso and endocarps are fused to form a pulp. Okay. Inside this pulp the seeds are present. Okay, for this the example is tomato. Example is tomato or guava or brinjal. Okay, so all these are the examples for berry. Okay, is it clear? Okay, right. Now second one, what is this? Pome. So it is also developed from bi or multicarpellary. Okay, bi or multicarpellary syncarpous and inferior ovary. Inferior ovary. Okay, so it is developed from bi or multicarpellary syncarpous and inferior ovary. Okay, is it clear? Right. Now you see. Here also the fruit wall or the pericarp is of three types: epicarp, mesocarp, and endocarp. Okay, right. Now you see. So here the epicarp is a layer, a thin layer. Okay, so here the mesocarp is the edible part which we can eat. Okay, and the endocarp is somewhat stony in nature. Stony in nature. So we will let us see the example. Then you can understood easily. So how it is looking like? So it is an apple. Longitudinal section of apple. Okay, actually you see, so this part is the true fruit. So from here it is actually the true fruit. But in apple is a false fruit. Apple is a false fruit. So here this is the thalamus which surrounds the true fruit, and this false fruit is the edible part. Okay, so this is about the pome. Okay, right. Now third one is the pepo. Okay, what is this? Pepo. Right. So here it is produced from tricarpellary syncarpus inferior ovary. It is developed from tricarpellary syncarpus inferior ovary. It means you see here, for example, you take this is the fruit. Okay, so here how many carpels are there? Three carpels are there like this. Okay, but they are looking not like this, they are looking like this. I will show you like this. So these are the three carpels. Okay, right. So here in this type of fruits, here the upper part is the epicarp and middle mesocarp and inner endocarp. Right. So here, so this is the endocarp, sorry, epicarp, which is somewhat strong in nature. Somewhat क्या बोलते हैं उसको थोड़ा hard है. It shows some hard nature. What is that? The epicarp. Okay, and the in after this epicarp, we will see this part. So this is nothing but the mesocarp. Mesocarp is somewhat fleshy in nature. And the last layer is nothing but the endocarp, which is spongy in nature. So here, this endocarp consists the seeds. This endocarp consists the seeds. Okay, for this, the example is cucumis, cucumis or cucurbita, cucurbita maxima. So here, cucumis means the kakdi, cucurbita maxima means pumpkin. Okay, so if you see, for example, this is the kakdi. If we cut like this and this, if we get a slice, so then the slice is looking like this. Okay, so the upper or epicarp we can remove. We should remove. Okay, and the inner part, if you see, a small spongy layer is present, which is consisting the seeds. That is the endocarp. Okay, and the edible part is actually mesocarp. Even though we can eat this endocarp also. Is it clear? Right. So next, the Hesperidium. Okay. The fourth one is Hesperidium. So it is developed from multicarpellary. It is developed from multicarpellary syncarpus superior ovary. Superior ovary. Okay. Is it clear? Right. Now you see. So here also the pericarp is consisting three layers: epicarp, mesocarp, and endocarp. Okay, so actually for this, if you take example, then only you can easily understand. For this, the example is citrus. Okay, right. If you see, right, only for 2 3 minutes is remaining. Right. If you see, for example, you take a piece of lemon, so then it is looking like this. Okay, right. Next, it is consisting the seeds inside is like this. Okay, right. Some juicy fibers are present like this. Is it clear? Now you see. Right. So here also the three layers: epicarp, mesocarp, and endocarp. Right? So here the epicarp is the outermost layer which we can remove. Okay, so that is oily with eye glands. It consists eye glands. Okay, and the mesocarp is white and leathery, white cotton type, which fibers are present, which is nothing but the mesocarp, and the endocarp is divided into chambers like this. Okay, so inside the chambers, what are present? Juicy fibers are present. Okay, so here the edible part is the endocarp. Okay, right. And the last one is the drupe. Okay, so last one is the drupe. Right. So here, this one is produced from monocarpellary, syncarpus, and the superior ovary. It is developed from monocarpellary, syncarpus, superior ovary. And the example for this is the sorry, coconut or even mango. Okay, right. If we see the coconut, first we can see the coconut. Okay, inside this we can get like this. And if you see the mango, so inside this we will get like this. Okay, right. Now you see. So here in coconut, so first one is the apical, mesocarp, and endocarp. So apical is somewhat a greeny layer. Okay, mesocarp is nothing but the fibers, so which we remove before we use that coconut. Okay, and the endocarp is somewhat stony in nature. Okay, inside this only we can get a white edible part. Okay, so it is in the coconut. So when compared to this one, what is this in mango? So the outermost layer is a thin layer. This is the apical. Okay, and mesocarp is fleshy in nature, which is the edible part. Okay, and this one is the stony in nature, that is the endocarp is somewhat hard in nature, which we can't eat. Okay, so here when we compare both these fruits, so here in coconut, the edible part is inside the endocarp. So here the edible part is outside the endocarp. Okay, right. So this is about the fleshy fruits. Is it clear? Okay, right. Okay, you may leave.